Hello and welcome to History at Chichester High School. My name is Mrs. Reed and I'm Head of Department of History here, and I'm just going to explain to you today with my colleague Miss Silcock about what we do at A-Level at Chichester High. If you need to answer any more questions or want any more details, my email is here on the page. So we're just going to start off by going through what we do as a course. So here at Chichester we follow the EdExcel exam course at A-Level, and we have done for a number of years. So we have got some experience in teaching this and understand how the exam process works. We're going to give we take 3 exams and 1 NEA, and we divide those exams up between us and teach them. So I'm going to hand over to Ms. Silcock first, who's going to explain a bit about Britain Transformed 1918 to 97.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us and showing an interest in history at Chichester High School. I teach the first paper, which is Britain Transformed 1918 to 97. It's quite a political paper, so we go through the governments of the time, and you can see obviously one famous character to the side of this slide, Winston Churchill. We look at the economic development from 1918 to 97. We also look at the social development, which takes in the welfare state, education, changes to, and impact on race and on gender, really everything to do with the political changes over the 20th century.
Then my paper 2, reflects that, but we look at it in terms of USA 1920 to 1955. And again, this is a mixture of politics, economic and social change. We look at the period of boom in the 20s, so the glorious 20s. So if you're interested in things like the Great Gatsby film, that gives you a sense of what were the period. And we look at things like Ku Klux Klan's development, the prohibition and gangsters coming out of that period, and then we look at how that all kind of collapsed in 29, the Wall Street crash and the bust. We look at how the government deals with that and what approaches it takes, and then we look at recovery, and throughout that we're looking at how society changes as well. So we focus on different groups and how they're affected by what's going on in USA during that period.
And then finally, the third paper, Lancastrian Yorkists and Henry VII. You might not think, just looking at it, that there's an obvious connection, but with Britain Transformed in the USA, we're looking at the development of democracy over time. With the Lancastrians, Yorkists and Henry VII, we're also looking at the process of how Britain was governed at that time and early developments in the relationship, for example, with Parliament and the role of monarchs. And in all 3 exams, you will sit 8 essay questions in total when you sit the final exams, but 5 of them will be pure essays, pure deep analysis essays, and then you will have a source question for both Lancastrians and America, and you will also have an interpretation question for Britain Transformed, which is always focused on Mrs. Thatcher.
Okay, and then also as part of this we do an NEA, or what used to be known as coursework, and here we look at the reasons behind the Holocaust, the success of the New Deal and the causes of the Cold War. So we sort of streamlined you into 3 areas where we've got lots of information to help and support you. And this is really good experience for you, because this is the sort of thing that when you go off to do a degree, this independent study that's behind the NEA is what boosts you and readies you for university. So the reasons why you should be. History is really good subject to study. It has lots of transferable skills. It teaches you how to analyse and evaluate both orally in your writing. It teaches you how to make judgments, and it puts you in a really good stead for any university courses.
Right, there are a large number of careers that studying history can lead to. There are obviously very specific careers for history, and many of our students graduating and go into teaching. And we've got actually one who's returned training with us currently. Librarianship is a very popular one for history graduates, as are straight enough accountancy, banking and commerce, because it's a very logical subject. Many go into the law, many obviously go to bespoke in terms of museums and art galleries, and a lot go into social work. But any career where you require good analytical skills, good report writing, or even just good research is obviously a career that many historians will go into. Our history students over the most recent years have gone to the following universities that are listed to the side of this slide, including Oxbridge, and many go on to the Russell Group of universities on a regular basis.
As you can see, these are our results since we were first teaching in 2015 with the first examination in 2017. And you can see that over the last 4 years, 100% have passed their A-level course, and we have had steady improvement in our A-star to B and consistency through A-star to C. So people that come and study history here do well at history here and tend to fly.